Friday, everybody. This is Getting Real Estate in Vegas. I am your host, Bridget Magnus, and this is the Vegas Video Network. We would like to invite you to send your questions, problems, and suggestions by email to gettingreal@vegasvideonetwork.com. You don't like email? You can send it to us on the phone, too. Our toll-free listener hotline is 866-966-4599. And those of you who are watching live should go ahead and join us on the live chat. We would like to take just a minute to thank those of you who are watching on the Vegas Video Network, those of you who've subscribed to your favorite shows like Awkward Silence on iTunes, those of you who are watching on YouTube, those of us on Roku, and those actually listening on the radio. That's KSHP 1400 AM on Friday evenings. So we're going to talk about real estate with a Vegas twist, and we are going to start with the Friday figures. All right, here we go. It's an exciting week for the figures. We only have 9,588 available units. That is the lowest number I have ever reported on a Friday, and it is down 35% from last year. Now, law of supply and demand suggests what? You got it. The median price on a single-family home is up 7% from last year to $145,000. Median price on a condo is $56,000, and median on a townhome is a whopping $83,000. Now, of our total, we do have 1,654 foreclosed properties. That is down 46% from last year, mostly because of some changes in state laws. Median price is up. That's right, I did say up to $110,000. We also have 4,157 short sales currently available. That is down substantially from last year as well. Median price on those is starting to rise as well, and it's now at $115,000. Of course, we still have 3,774 classic listings. That's down 31% from last year, and the median price is $189,000. In the last 30 days, we sold 3,694 properties. That is up 7% from this time last year. Median sales price was $105,000, down 4% from last year. Median list price was $108,000. That's down 6% from last year. In addition, there are 1,662 homes currently under contract to be purchased. That's up 7% from last year. Yay! Just as bonus information, we've got 5,451 rentals available and 2,689 new leases. We are starting to see some price pressure on those. The median price on a new lease was only $1,075. So let's get on with some news. I've got more good news. I love giving you good news. The number of foreclosures in Nevada is down, and we are now the number 4 state in the nation for percentage of homes in foreclosure. Woo! It's so good to not be number 1. Yeah, I think everybody appreciates that. Also, the FHA inventory of foreclosed properties had hit a 4-year low in this just past December. So things are looking a lot better for them as well. And here's an interesting thing. California has filed a lawsuit against Wells Fargo for misleading and deceptive inflation of fees and interest rates on homes that are in the process of being foreclosed. The interesting part is this is a RICO suit. They're actually charging that the whole organization is corrupt, and if they are able to make their case, and we don't have an out-of-court settlement or something like that, we're talking about executives going to jail. I consider that to be a good day's work. All right, today I'm going to talk to you about a brand new thing. It is so brand new that it doesn't actually start until Monday. That's how new it is, but I was really excited and I wanted to give you a jump start on the whole thing. It is called Rate Plug. I think what they were thinking when they picked that name is that they're plugging you into what the rates are. Now, this is not going to be available from every realtor, but it is available through our office, and so my listings are going to have this lovely information on it. What the heck am I talking about? I am talking about real live mortgage information on what a house is going to cost you each and every month. And you know what it's not? It is not an estimate. No, we are not saying, if interest rates are this and your credit's that, I don't know. These are rates that are actually based on reality, prepared by a guy who actually works in my office. He's a loan officer, very good guy, and he's making sure that this information is kept up to date on a daily basis. It is a very interactive system. So, for example, if you want to see what happens if you put down a bigger down payment, you can do that. If you want to see what would happen if you paid a different price, that's easy enough too. Say, you know what, I like this house, but I'm not going to offer $145, I'm going to offer $144. What's that going to do to my price? Oh, it changes it by $5 or whatever. You see how this is going to be very, very useful. Now, multiple options are listed side by side, and they are contextual to the listing. What the heck do I mean by that? Well, I mean that if you're looking at a $100,000 home, you'll see things like conventional with 20% down versus FHA versus some other option. If you're looking at a $500,000 home, you're not going to see FHA among those options because you can't get an FHA loan on a property that expensive in Clark County. So we're not going to tease you with things you can't have, which is one of the things that I like about it as well. And this information is going to display at the bottom of listings that I send to my clients. That includes those that are getting automated searches done for them. So when that listing arrives in their email box, they will have this information ready. I have been told that it will also appear on the bottom of my listings. That's homes that I'm trying to sell for a seller. So very exciting. Okay, I think it's obvious that this is a big benefit for buyers. They get lots of information that they need anyway. They don't have to go to another website to get it. They don't have to go to Quicken or any of these loan sites to figure out how much they're going to be spending. It's right there on the bottom of the listing that they are looking at right then. So what's not obvious is that this benefits sellers too. How the heck does it benefit sellers? Well, first off, it increases the time that buyers spend on the internet looking at their property, which increases the odds that they're going to come tour the home and, well, they're not going to write a purchase offer unless they see the place, now are they? There is also going to be additional marketing materials available to me because of this program. I'm not going to go too deeply into that because the thing you want to know is that homes that use this system in test markets have sold 20 to 25% faster. Now, do you know anybody who doesn't want to sell their home quickly if they're selling? No, everybody wants to get that home sold quickly, and so this is a great deal for buyers and sellers alike. Okay, so I'm going to stop talking about this now, and we're going to go on to some What Were They Thinking?
Boom, 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 boom.
All right, now we've done stupid homeowner tricks, stupid realtors tricks, stupid builder tricks, but today we have a very special stupid HOA trick. Well, if you're assigned to spot 109, you're going to get your car towed. That's just all there is to it. That is a fire plug right by the covered parking. Who thought that was a good idea? What were they thinking? All right, we'll be back in just a minute, so stay tuned.
Traditional media believes that after about 3 minutes, you'll tune out. Most Vegas media companies think if it doesn't jiggle, you won't tune in. At the Vegas Video Network, we think both are wrong. The Vegas Video Network is the first and only live online broadcast network that specializes in insider news and expert views about Vegas. We combine great storytelling with the ability to watch when and where you want on your computer, mobile device, or television. Discover the real Las Vegas. Visit VegasVideoNetwork.com.
Okay, are you ready for some real advice? Because I am. I've been talking about short sales a lot for the last few weeks, particularly harping on the fact that tax laws change at the end of the year, and if we don't get the short sale done by then, you might be in for big tax liability. So let's talk about what it takes to get that done. What documents do you need to have ready to make a short sale happen if you're an underwater homeowner? Well, the first thing you got to have is a hardship letter. We've talked before about the fact that you've got to have a reason why you can't continue to just pay the mortgage every month. Now, this hardship letter is going to contain a lot of information. Obviously, your name, the date, the address. It's going to have a description of your hardship. For example, I broke my leg and now I'm out of work. I got laid off and I can't find a new job. My husband left me and now I'm in charge of a mortgage payment I can't afford. All of these are examples of hardships, and you need to be able to document that you have one. You're also going to, if there are extenuating circumstances, you're going to want to describe them. For example, you've got a hardship, but you still make quite a bit of money, but you still have quite a lot of money in the bank. You're going to want to explain why they should work with you anyway. You're going to want to specifically say things like, I am no longer able to pay the mortgage, I am trying to execute a short sale, and I don't want to have to declare bankruptcy. So what else are you going to have to send beyond that hardship letter? You're going to have to send a couple years' worth of tax returns with all those annoying schedules. So I do hope you kept copies. You're also going to want to send in 2 months of bank statements. That is all of your accounts, including your brokerage accounts, but not including retirement accounts like your IRA or 401k. Those are generally not open for consideration, and don't confuse the bank with them. You do not want to leave anything else out because that could be considered fraud. Fraud is a big bad thing, and you don't want to do that. It's like a going to prison sort of thing. In addition, you are going to want to send some recent pay stubs. If you are on direct deposit, you might have to talk to your HR department about printing something out for you so that you can send them in. Generally, they're pretty nice about this. Also, you're going to want your most recent mortgage statement. Why? This includes your balance. It includes the addresses and phone numbers to get a hold of the mortgage company. And you know, no one ever remembers the number of their mortgage right off the top of their head. That's going to be one of the things that's right there on the front page, and it's going to make my life easier if you have that handy. Okay, one more thing that you've got to have up front, and that is your third-party release. Your negotiator, whether that is a realtor or a lawyer or whoever, can't talk to the bank without permission to do so. And so you are going to give that person permission to talk to your bank. By the way, there are lots of negotiators, so do keep your options open. Many realtors are very fine negotiators, but there are also many lawyers who are fine negotiators. So sit down, talk it over with your realtor, and make a good decision that works for both of you. Okay, but wait, there's more. Oh golly, is there more? If you're self-employed, you're going to want to put together a profit and loss statement. Hopefully you already have the workings of one already. You're going to want to be prepared to write out your monthly budget, including what you spend on your car payment, your credit card payments, all your utility bills. you know, you're going to make your life a whole lot easier if you use a program like Quicken or Microsoft Money, because it will have exactly the numbers that you need to plug into that to satisfy the bank when they finally ask for it. They may ask you to document your hardship. If you're saying that your spouse passed away, they're going to want to see a death certificate. That makes sense, right? There are a bunch of other little things that might come up that you're going to have to wait until they ask for them. You don't want to give them too much information up front because they know what questions they want to ask. Don't put words in their mouth. And, you know, not only do you have lots more things that you're going to have to submit, your realtor's got a stack of stuff she's got to submit too. That includes a copy of your listing agreement, a history of the listing in the local MLS, pictures, a market analysis of how she arrived at the price that she listed it at, estimate of any repairs that might exist, purchase documents from your prospective buyer, because goodness knows we hope there's a prospective buyer right away, and an estimated HUD-1. What the heck's an estimated HUD-1? Basically, that is a document that's going to say, well, we're going to sell it for this amount. We know that it's going to cost this much for commissions, and it's going to cost this much for escrow, and this much for title insurance, and that much to make repairs, and this much has to go to the HOA. And, well, bank, when all is said and done, you get this amount down at the bottom of the page. Very important document, and you need to make sure that is prepared by a really top-notch person who knows what they're doing. Well, and that is the short sale package. Yay, short sale package. Okay, that ends what we've got for today, so thank you so much for spending part of your lovely Friday with us here at the Vegas Video Network. Don't forget, you can still send your questions by email to gettingreal@vegasvideonetwork.com. You can still reach us on the toll-free hotline, 866-966-4599. If you have a personal real estate problem that I can help you with, you will find my contact information and the full version of Friday Figures at bridgetmagnus.com. So drive safe this beautiful President's Day weekend, and I will see you next week when we will have a special guest, Chanel Beller of Equity Title. See you next week.